Hey guys, and welcome to Armored Commander II with me, Time and Tactics. This is a roguelike game where we take control of a single tank in World War II in any number of campaigns. I think they have like, what, 50, 60 campaigns right now? So it's at a very small level. We control like basically the crew in that tank and what they do during the campaign. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. There's a lot of configuration options here. I don't have anything special set up. I turned off the music, that's it. And yeah, I think that's all we're going to do here. So let's go back to the main menu. We're going to start a new campaign. Now, like I said, there's a lot of campaigns here. This one we're looking at right now is a Kalkin Goal campaign as Japan, July 3rd, 1939 to August 28th, 1939. So this one takes 16 combat days. So each day you play out, you come back to base, or you regroup. It's difficulty 7 out of 10. That's pretty high, I think. I'm going to go down to keep the early war. You can go to later war if you want. And the controls are over here. We can change the time period to mid-war, late war. And if we go early war, 1939 to 1941, and then go down WS here, and we go down to the Poland campaign. September 1st, 1939 to October 6, 1939. Joined the 3rd Panzer Division in the invasion of Poland, 1939. We're going to bleed Germany against Poland. You don't have to. There are other ones. I think there is one you play a campaign where you're Polish. But for this one, difficulty is 3 out of 10. That seems more reasonable, I think, for me. So let's go ahead and say tab to proceed. This game is played with the keyboard quite a bit. Not all of it. Player commander means we are in the game. If we miss, if we are injured, we may miss a number of days. If we're killed, the campaign is over. So we get more victory points. It's harder if we're actually in the game. Let's do that. Fate point is so that we're protected, it says here, by fate. So an option of negating an attack. No, we're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and take that off. A and D to cycle that off. So now we're at plus 20%. Realistic explosions, yeah, we'll keep that. There's a chance that gun ammo or fuel will ignite, igniting an explosion and so forth. That sounds good. Random vehicle model. I think, actually, we'll do that there. Random vehicle model, 30%. So we don't get to pick our own tank. Normally, you get to pick based on the time period. But let's just say we get one of the tanks during that time. Go to lone means that, well, normally you have 2 other squad mates, 2 other tanks around you that you kind of control as well, indirectly. But I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to take them off. Ahistorical availability. We're not going to do that, I think. Realistic injuries. No, we'll leave that off, I think. Enemy rate of fire. Probably this is going to be hard enough. Enemy AI difficulty normal. Let's leave it at normal there. So 65% more VP. That's going to be hard enough, I think. So let's go ahead and press tab. Here's a campaign. We were given a Panzer III-A. So this one is a light tank. It has a coaxial machine gun, I believe that's what it is, and a body machine gun, which I believe is fixed. So the body machine gun would be here. It has to fire in the direction you're facing. The coaxial does not, I think, goes with a turret. It's armored. It's a fast tank. It's small. It has armor in the front of 3 in the turret up here, and 1 on the sides. It has armor in on the body, the whole. 3 in the front, 1 in the back, 1 on the sides. That's not very good. ST, we can look that up, actually. Can I look it up here? No, I have to be in the game to look there. It's a glossary. So that's that. But anyway, it says here the LT-38 was designed in Czechoslovakia, former Czechoslovakia, and after Germany occupied the country in March 1939. Yeah, was it in 39? Yeah, I thought it was 38. But yeah, 39. It entered production as the Panzerkampfwagen 38T. This Model A of the light tank is armed with a long-barreled 37mm machine gun. Oh, main gun. That's good. We can change the name. We're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and proceed. We have a crew of 4, by the way. A commander, who is also a gunner, a loader, a driver, and an assistant driver. Okay, so now here starts the campaign. The Polish campaign, September 1st, 1939. 16 days, which I meant to set that down lower. We'll go for a few days, maybe. Maybe just 1 day. We'll check it out. The day will start at 5:08 in the morning and at 6:50 in the evening. No victory points right now. This is the first major engagement of the new German Panzerwaffe has begun. or the first major engagement has begun. Lead your tank across the border and into Polish territory. Today's mission, you must pierce the enemy lines, driving forward as far as possible before the end of the day. And here's what we get in air support, artillery support, and unit support. I think those are percentages, how likely it is we can bring them in. And the more you bring them in, the less likely the subsequent requests are going to be fulfilled. We have a menu here. We can press 1. 1 here is proceed. Press tab. Keep going. 2, we can go into the crew and vehicle, and that's what we want to do, I think, because we want to check and see what we have in the tank. As a commander, the gunner, we have E. Kraus. The loader is Lehman. Driver is Wagner. And assistant driver is Lawrence. He has 5 points to spend. If we press E, crewman menu here, we get to see more information about him. Eckhard Kraus. No nickname. We can set that if we want. He's 29 years old, born 1910, October 10th. He is an Unteroffizier. Unit position, Panzer 38 TA, commander and gunner. His stats are Perception 3, Morale 1, Grit 3, and Knowledge 1. We can increase those by spending points. He has 5 points right now. So if we were to select this one here, if I press 1 now, it says, do you want to spend 1 point and increase perception by 2? I don't know. How do I tell if I need that? Well, the way I've found is if you go to add new skill, we can see what stats we need to get a new skill. Right now we have these skills here. Combined operations. It's a campaign skill. We have experienced commander, an experienced gunner, and trained driver. But if I go here and press E, these are the skills. And as you can tell, the ones that are highlighted in white, we can actually activate now. We need a perception of 3, which we do. So this one here, driver direction, slightly increases effect of direct movement action. So direct movement action, meaning when we help them drive, we spot things, then that will increase that. Prerequisite, experienced commander, which I guess he is, right? We also have steady hands available for us to get. Reduces movement penalty when firing a machine gun. Yeah, so there's a penalty if you have moved and you're firing a machine gun. He's not going to fire a machine gun, I don't think. So I don't know what he should get. I mean, there's a lot here, right? He is what? Commander and gunner? Main gun is what he's using. What can we use? I've just played a little bit of the game, so I'm not any expert here, but it slightly increases the chance to hit when firing a gun. We need a perception of 4. Let's go ahead and do that. We escape out of here, and we'll say, we press perception, that is the yellow there. We press 1. Do you want to increase it by 2 points? Yes, we'll do that. Now we have 5. Add new skill, press E, and we have crack shot. Let's get that. So we'll pick that by saying, I think we just press E. Spend 1 point. Yep. Now we're down to 3 points. What else are we going to get? Well, it's probably worth getting more. We could just increase these. I think they are affecting you, like morale. Pretty self-explanatory. Morale is pretty low. If something happens, he might freak out. So we might want to increase that just for the heck of it. You know, just for the making sure we're not down in the dumps, right? What else can we get here? There's a lot here. Sniper. Greatly increases the chance to hit firing a gun at the long-range target. We need perception 7. We don't have that. We could get it. We have 5. If I press 1 again, here, increase perception by 1. See, not 2 points. And we have, and I don't want to proceed, we have 3 left. Maybe we want to increase our morale, just making sure that it's not so low. We go up 2. Seems reasonable. Knowledge, I'm not exactly sure. It's going to be a prerequisite for some of these skills, but I don't know which one. You can see here, here's a knowledge. Coordination. All crewmen accumulate less fatigue due to good coordination and rotation of tasks. Probably good, but it's all good. Eagle-eyed, wait a minute, does this help? When hatches open, slightly increases chance to spot and identify enemy units. He's not going to be doing that. Open the hatch seems, I don't know about that. Gun specialist. Small bonus to all attacks against gun targets. Okay, so we are firing against a gun, but we have knowledge 6. Let's just go up a little bit in our stats. Like knowledge, probably not a good idea to be at the very lowest. I'm going to press 4. And we get 2 points. We have 1 point left. Do we want to do something here then? Fire spotter? No. No. Steady hands. Here. Reduces movement penalty when firing a main gun. Yeah. Need to have grit too. We have grit too. So we'll take this one. Okay, that's our commander. He has the most points. I'm going to press escape. He has no injuries right now, as you can see. So escape here. Let's go back out. He's done. Our loader has 1 point. Not very much. So he's a loader. I think the loader can also fire a machine gun. So maybe we want to look into that. If we go to add new skill, he has no skills right now. We press E. Steady hand. So something about machine guns. There. There's a machine gun. Burst fire. Need to have grit 4. This one here, grit 2. What do we have? Grit 3. We only have 1 point. Let's get something we can take advantage of right away. So steady hands. Reduces movement penalty when firing a machine gun. So if we have moved, he's not going to be as affected by that. So add skill, that's E. Proceed. He's done. Escape out of that. Go down to the next. That's the driver. Now the driver, he's an experienced driver. He can operate driver positions without penalty and gain driver-specific skills. Dietmar Wagner, Panzeroberschütze. I'm not German, so part of my German attempt there. Now let's see, we have 1 point. Add new skill, E. Trained gunner, he's a driver. Now here we go. Slightly increases chance of a successful move forward or backward action. Knowledge 3. We'll do that. He only has 1 point. Okay, so we have those two. He's done. And now we have our assistant driver. He can definitely use a machine gun, I think. Let's go in here. Add new skill. That's Ronald Lawrence. E. And steady hands. Yeah, we'll take it. C. Okay. So that's that. Now, that's looking pretty good. We are done now, I think. We're going to press 1. Don't forget the menu's down here. There are other options. Journal. There's nothing here. 2 is crew and vehicle. Yep. And 1, proceed. Let's go. So and now we need to pick up the ammo. And you probably know there's high explosive and armor piercing. And this is what we have on the actual tank. Ready rack. It means that it's available to be fired right away. It's quicker to get going. So we're going to say autofill recommended loadout. And we put it in here. So now we have these here. White is high explosive and yellow is armor piercing. High explosive being good against, you see that there, infantry, whatnot. We have 4 ready and 2 armor piercing ready. They're sitting here. Those are the ones we're going to use first. I think that's pretty good. We'll do that. We could put in extra. That means they're going to be sitting around inside the tank. Probably don't need that. We'll go with accept and continue. Now we're on the first phase. And you can see the messages in the middle there. They kind of went away quick. We can take a look at them in a minute. This is the map we're looking at now. You can keep going past the map. It's not all of the map. And here's the deal. These are hexes, right? You can see a hex here. There's a hex here. The center is the black dot or the yellow dot. And you can move around on the map. When you have combat, you will zoom in and have the combat in that hex. So that's pretty cool. Now, what are we doing here? It is 5:43 in the morning. There was some messages that showed up. If you press F2, it takes you 35 minutes to prepare your vehicle and travel to the front lines. That's what we saw, and it just disappeared. But it's great. I love having this. Some games just, you show it and it's gone. Escape out of that. No, not escape. Escape again. Yep. Here is what the weather's like. It's summer right now. Heavy clouds at the top. It's raining heavily. So probably we can't get too much air support. It's warm. There's a light fog lower to the ground, but gusty winds. Really? Light fog, gusty winds. Okay. But the ground is dry right now. Probably easier to drive, I'm thinking. I don't know. So we're sitting in this hex here. So I move my mouse, I can get information. There are villages here, clusters of small settlements. We control it. That's a dirt road. And I think the roads are easier to go on. This one here. There's no road here. It's a lake. So what we want to do is we want to get victory points. Remember the mission? We should get as many victory points as possible. This one here, capture value, 1 victory point. It's just a regular hex. Here is 1. Here's 2. As you go further and further, you get more points. Now, so 2 here as well. Here you see we get 3. Also, reward 4 victory points. So if we recon that, I don't know what the recon actually refers to, but I think we get 4 extra victory points if we take this one. But we have to, in any hex we go into, we should recon to get an idea of what we have up against us. There's one over here too. I'm tempted to go this way. Right here we have a forest, dense areas of trees and bush, difficult and time-consuming to traverse, for a tank especially. Here looks like a field. Yep. Maybe go left. Right? We have time. We have to till 6 o'clock in the evening, right? So let's go ahead and see. Air support is not possible here. See that? Yeah. Anyway, we have the same menu here. Supply here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go ahead and add more, in between battles, so to speak, in between fights and hexes. We can go in here and, prepare things. The ready rack and whatnot. Pressing 2, here's our commanders. We can look at them by pressing E, go back to the same menu. We can also toggle the hatch. Open up the hatch or not. Which, I don't know. Button open up, so we can button down. Driving more carefully. Or open up. Depends on what we have, what we're fighting against, I guess, right? So it's buttoned up right now. That's what that believes. They're buttoned up. They're not sticking out. They're not doing anything stupid. It's harder to see them, right? And then we can travel. But before we travel, let's take a look at what we see in this direction. If I select a direction now to the west here, A, pressing A, there. Now we get the option of what to do. Destination 7 in control. We can recon for 10 minutes, which is fine. I think we should do that and just see what's there. Although in this case, I'm guessing there's not going to be anything this far down on the map, but maybe. So we go ahead and recon by pressing R for recon. Oh, 6 in strength. And you hover over there. It says estimated enemies, an armored car, a truck, an infantry squad, and an anti-tank gun. Do we really want to go in there? Maybe we do. But it's going to be like 1 victory point. That's tough. That is tough. I wasn't expecting that. What about here? We could recon there. Just press Q. Okay. So now it's 5:53. If you remember, 5:08 and so forth. Yes, time has been going here. So we go back in here. So if I go and recon here, let's check it out and see what's there. It takes 50 minutes of travel. 6. Oh, it's really strong. What do we have here? Hover over that. 1 tankette? I don't know what that is. An infantry squad. Okay, well, I'm going to check the road, because the road is going to be the easiest. D. And then R for recon. Travel time 20 minutes. Strength 2. Let's go in there first, I think. Let's do that. Now, they can take areas back, but there's going to be, I think, more tanks here that we don't really control that, also help out. I think that's the case. So if we want to proceed now and go down that and spend 20 minutes, let's press tab. No enemy units. Okay, good. There's nobody there. We'll take that. You can press F2. Yep, there. What about here? So now it is 6:33. If I press direction E up here, I'm going to recon. It's on the road. It's good. 6. What do we have here? We have 2 light tanks, 1 infantry squad, and 1 cavalry squad. This is going to be tough. I'm not sure I'm going to make it. It might be This might be all we play. It's possible. There's a road here. I don't know if that counts. If I check that by pressing D. 10 minutes. It takes 50 minutes to go across here, and then we still have to go up there. We are completely surrounded. This area, though. Oof. I think we go here. Let's go back and up through here, and then we can get over there if we make it. So press A, and then we already know there's nothing here. We'll go ahead and press tab to proceed to actually move over there. And let's go up here. Okay, nothing else happened. Good. I think we're fine. We can press F2. Nope, nothing happened. Let's go up here by pressing up. Yeah, we have to go here. Yeah, I think so. 1 tankette. It's like a light tank, I guess, maybe. Yeah. Press Q. We did recon. We're going to travel. There may not be anything. It's possible, but I think we'll run into somebody. The ground has become wet. Enemy hold held zone. Enemy resistance. Okay, here we go. Okay, so, we can't see past this point. No units present. Or we only have this area. That's possible. I haven't seen this before. This gray. But it's 7:53 now. There is a unit here. We don't know what it is. We have not been spotted. We are unspotted. There's a unit here too. So we're buttoned up now. I don't want to open up. I want to open hatch. Let's see what we can do. Now, we have to keep in mind the tank. The tank that we have is not great, right? Wasn't it slow? Oh, yeah, it has this ST thing there. Press F3? No, F1. ST here. You can see I looked that up before, actually. Slow turret refers to a turret that only rotates slowly. Has a substantial penalty for weapons that fire in the same turn as the turret is rotated. Okay, so that's good. If we stay here, we may not be able to fire there. Right now, we're telling our guys, hey, this is turn-based, by the way. So we're going to give orders now. They're going to execute the orders. So right now, we're telling for this turn, go ahead and spot the enemy. See if we can find the enemy. Might be a good idea. Probably better to open up. Right? I think so. If you want to do that. But I don't think you want to do that. I'm worried about this here. There was a tankette in here. Right? So if we instead give a different order. Right now, Kraus is highlighted. I can use WS to go down. And then I can use A and D to select a different order. What can he do? He can direct the movement. We don't want to go, though. We want to stay put. Hopefully we can find him. Direct fire. We're not going to fire, are we? This fire here. Direct fire against enemy targets, adding a bonus to hit or effect. Maybe. Smoke grenade? Can't do that when buttoned up. Command battle group? That's our battle group. You can tell them there are two other tanks. These blue ones here are other tanks. That's us in the middle here, by the way. No, I don't think we need to do anything with them. What else can we do? Operate gun. He can operate the gun, meaning we can give him orders here next. In the next phase, right now it's a command phase. In the firing phase, to fire, which I don't think we need to do. Operate any machine gun. Okay, so you can use machine gun too. Manage ready rack if we need to get more out of the ready rack. First aid, swap positions. Fire small arms, his own gun. And hunker down. Nope. I'd say if we're doing button up. Yeah, I guess we'll open up, button up, yeah. We'll stay with him for spotting. What if we go down, press S, and then we go check out the loader. Operate machine gun. Should we just let them... Let's have them spot. We'll sit quiet and see what happens here, right? So now the ground is wet. Let's not move. Let's just go to the next phase then. So spacebar, not tab, and phase. And let's see what happens in the next phase. It's command phase right now. Rifleman spotted. Great. Yep, see these guys here? Okay, so here's what happened. Yep, so what happened here, and I think it's going to stop here. What happened was that we spotted. Okay, now we got this. Okay, so they go away at the screen there. Okay, so a lot happened, unfortunately, here. But what happened was, because we said spot on everybody, we didn't get to act in the next phases, in the movement phase, in the firing phase. But our friends here, well, one is gone now, got to act. And they fired. And once they fired, in the firing phase, you add any hits that you get on the enemy. You add them up from all your friendly units. And then you go to a resolution phase to see what happened with all those hits. You don't evaluate each hit by each hit. You see what happens at the end. And it looks like when they fired back here, they took out one of the tanks. Maybe we can get more information here. Yeah. So here, Eckhard Kraus, one of our guys, spotted a rifleman. Because he did that, our other tanks could do something. So we fired on them with the other tanks with 3 firepower. And then we were spotted by an unspotted unit. And they became alert. Rifleman became heroic. And I guess nothing happened there. But our other Panzer 38TA was destroyed by Rifleman using demolition charge. And unfortunately, Stefan Lehmann over here became upset, shaken. So that's that. So now we only have 2 guys left, us and them. But we know now there's a Rifleman, Polish one, infantry squad. They're moving and they fired. They have a modifier there of TEM stands for, and if we don't know what that means, we can go into the glossary F1. TEM is here. Terrain effects modifier. Modifier to incoming attacks. So based on the density and cover provided by the terrain. So they get a boost of 15 there. meaning negative 15 chance to hit. So we should probably try to fire now. Let's not go ahead and spot anymore. We'll go up by pressing W, and then we press D to see here. We can do fire, but I don't think it's going to help against him. Can we operate a machine gun? Yeah, we'll see what we can do with that in the next phase. S, go down to the loader. He's normally loading the main gun. We can operate the machine gun there as well. Driver, operate machine gun. I don't think that's going to be helpful. Do we do spot still with them? Operate machine gun. What we could do here, Kraus could be, as the commander, he could do... No, I thought he could direct fire. Maybe this. Wagner will still spot, and because we have one up here. And then the other two, Lehman and Lawrence, they can operate the machine gun. We'll see what happens. So now we should be able to do actions in the different phases. We press space. Now we got the shooting phase, so we get to fire. Who gets to fire? Well, we have these here. The main gun, we can't fire. Nobody's operating that. He would normally, but I said direct fire. And because I don't think we would get very good odds of doing that. So we can't fire this. If you want to select a weapon, you press W or S. So go down. We are high explosive right now. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. And now it moves on to the coaxial machine gun, ready to fire. So we could fire now. Right now it's selecting this one here. I don't think we're going to do that, right? Select target. We can press A or D. There's the other target. Oh, not in the covered arc. You can see here. We should have rotated. So we have to fire here. Okay, we'll fire there. First we get to see what chance it is. Normally the chance is 53%, but it's unspotted, minus 15, but the commander is helping 4. So we have a pretty good chance, 42% chance to get a partial hit on that target. Let's go for it. 48, no effect. It needs to be less than 42.5. Okay. If we were lucky, we could have maybe retained fire, be able to attack again, but we weren't. Shaken? Okay. So that's that. Let's check the next weapon. We can go down to select weapon, S. There's the next one. No target selected. Look at that. This one here can only reach right in between. We should rotate over, I think, if we could. But I'm not moving the driver. Once you move, you're going to take a hit in your chance to hit, right? Anyway, that's all we can do. We don't have any other weapons that we can fire, so we're going to end the phase by pressing space. Allied action. They are firing. We're solving 12 firepower on the rifleman. They fired there, so they rolled a 24. Destroy 45. Yep. Reduce. So we took that out. Okay, he moved that way. Let's go ahead and press F2. 12 firepower, yep. So we got that. We don't get to see. Unfortunately, they go away. I wish they stayed till you say next. I really don't like it when I don't have time to read it. But anyway, so right now we know that we can't really operate very well at this angle, right? So if we rotate now, let's go ahead and do that, right? But if we do that, it's not like we move up on the map. We stay in the middle. So they're going to be if we rotate left this way, it's going to appear that they're moving to the front of us. You know, that makes sense. So we're going to say direct fire. He's going to, the driver. Let's press S. Let's go here, and we'll say spot. No, we're going to do D, operate machine gun, unit drive. And it's just going to be the way it is. We're going to have to take that hit, right? And now everybody else, operate machine gun, direct fire. Do we want to do that? Do we want to... Actually, what I'll do... it's going to be a big negative factor when we move, I think. So it may not matter, but we'll see if we can fire the main gun as well. There, operate gun. Let's do that. So now we're going to move in phase. The reason we got there is because we have a driver. We can hold down. Hold down means we kind of drive up to a rock or something and stand behind it so it's less chance to hit us. But in this case, what I want to do is I want to pivot hull. I want to go turn left. And he's going to appear to go right if I'm able to do it. Okay? Let's see if that's... Yeah, so he pivoted right. But unfortunately... yeah, it moved just over to the other side. That's unfortunate. So now we are facing that way. I know the gun is not going to... No, wait, the gun might work there, right? He goes one up and then to the side. Might, yeah. Okay, I could do more, but and here's the chances, by the way. I think we'll maybe attempt to hold down. Let's see that. Nope, unable to do that. And now we can fire. We can fire with the main gun. What is the chance? If we were to fire, press F. Normally 81%, but you can see the odds. Attacker moving, heavy rain. No. Escape. We don't need to do that. And then press S to go down here. What's the chance here? 26%. Still, not too bad. Steady hands. Remember that skill we got? Yeah, ready to fire. We'll do it. No effect. Man. Okay, we have our friends though. And then we'll go to the next one. Press S. No target selected. That's the problem right there. So end the phase. TKS. It's a tank. Oh. Great news. He moved right there. TKS. We can hover over that, I think. Polish tankette moving. I don't know much about it. Brush. As you can see the H with a down arrow. It's protected facing down. Well, I shouldn't say too much. I don't know exactly how they work, those two. Hull and turret, at least, I think what it is. No, anyway, we are facing here. I think it would be good. We're kind of coming in from the back direction here. So, operate gun, operate machine gun, drive. We don't really need to drive, but if I do drive, we could do... What else can he do? Drive into terrain. No. Withdraw. No. First aid. Swap. Spot. Operate machine gun. We'll do. Set him to drive. And phase. Here's movement phase. If I do... I pressed it down arrow. Unfortunately, down arrows also will... not just these. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's the same as S. So now I was going to say, oh, we have a good chance to fire because we didn't move. But we do actually going to have a problem here. The one thing that happened, though, we moved but not far enough to enter a new map hex. We stayed in the same hex at least. We cannot use this body machine gun, so we have to go to the next one. So we're going to go S. We can fire, but it's going to be tough because we moved. Can't do it. Dang it. Okay, so we'll attempt to mobilize. No. We'll go to the next one. This one here. Fire. 6.4. Target and brush now. Yeah. Okay. End the phase. He's firing. Oh, he's using a coaxial machine gun. So now we capture that zone. Okay, so we're up here now. I thought we lost a tank here before. But it looked like there were two there. Maybe not. And I think we can see how many tanks we have, how many friends. We still have it. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so that's how that works. Smoke grenade 6 here as well. So anyway, we took this one now. We have gained 4 victory points, and we're up here. We want to go here, probably. That gives us another 4 victory points, if possible. Anyway, but that will have to do it. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back and we'll play a little bit more. But, yeah, that's the game, I guess.